Live from the ChaoEmperor Stadium, it's week 15 of the men's division portion on Chao Racing 2022. Everyone is on the clock and ready to go. Let's have a Chao race! And we're off and running with week 15's tag team matches for the men's division, as Steven Robinson and Bruno Alonso team up against Casey Richardson and Otis Erickson on a power course to start things off. And it looks like the winners of this race are Steven Robinson and Bruno Alonso, with Bruno coming in first. You never know what's going to happen next here on Chao Racing 2022. Now, here is the host of Chao Racing himself, Brandon Shining. Thank you very much, Paul, and hello to your fans at home. Welcome to another edition of Chao Racing 2022 for the week of October 2nd, 2022. Right now, we're doing our 12 races for the men's division portion, which will be in a tag team format. As always, our 24 men's division tag teams are pumped up and ready to go. So come on in and feel free to cheer on all your favorite superstars and tag teams on a continuing quest to become the next great tag team champions. A big congratulations to Steven Robinson and Bruno Alonso for winning the first race. What will happen in race number 2? We'll find the answer after this sponsorship announcement. Chao Racing 2022 is sponsored by Shoprite, where it's always fresh and always for less. Brandon Jennings and Paul Sycamore are ready to call all the action for Week 15's tag team play of the men's division portion. And who do we have again for race number 2, Paul? It's Dave Miller and Sam Hewitt versus Calvin Eslander at Vance Alfred Portis for race number 2. So the next race is going to be held on the Amethyst course. And here's a look at how the lineup forms. Good luck to Dave and Sam and Calvin at Vance on a tag team quest. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! Alright. So here comes the two teams who will test their flying abilities on the Amethyst course. They can either take the bridges and play it safe, or try to gamble towards the top of the hill with a shortcut strategy. Let's see how this race unfolds, and as Calvin and Dave head for the water, it is Vance Alfred Portis who will get the first speed buzz of this week's show. And guess who made it to the top of the hill? Dave Miller is finally going to end his losing skid right over here. As Vance Alfred Portis takes back to my speeders, you can tell me what up for Dave Miller leading Sam Hewitt for the victory. Dave Miller only had one win for the entire first half, but now he is up to 2 wins thanks to his shortcut strategy and a great tag team win indeed. Next PS belongs to number 7, and I do believe that is going to win. And Sam Hewitt's going to congratulate Dave Miller for the victory. He comes in second place. How about that, Brandon? What a job well done by Dave and Sam. Yep, they're doing pretty well, right? Lots more fun after this announcement. Stay tuned. Now we have our 2-time runners-up, Kenny Davis and Bobby Kay. That's right, they really want to deserve another chance at winning a tag team championship this season. Today, they'll be dealing with Orlando Alvesta and Ben Henderson, which will be held on the Sapphire course. Bobby Kay ready to test his swimming ability once more for his partner Kenny Davis. Let's see how well they will do in this race. Please start the race! Alright, there goes the 8 Chao. Number 7 is quarterback of the Silver Chao. And down goes Kenny Davis from the count. And so is Bobby Kay and Orlando Alvesta. Kenny Davis and Bobby Kay having the 1-2 punch over Orlando Alvesta at the curb one, with Kenny Davis leading, and it looks like Bobby Kay decides to pass for one. That means Kenny Davis will have to deal with himself for the curb one. As the first superstar that gets beat first is number 7, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. That should move up a couple places at a time. And right now, Kenny Davis trying to defend the lead over the 8 group of Chao. And here comes Bobby Kay, not going to rest at all as he takes speed rest number 2. That should set up his swimming ability nice and easy. Kenny Davis is the first approach finish line, and Bobby Kay, there he goes. He's going to lead his partner Kenny for the victory. As number 1 takes the speed was trying to maintain some ground with Super Chao. The Bobby Mater, Bobby K, leads Kenny's sports victory with his incredible swimming ability. And Kenny is showing good sportsmanship for Bobby himself, as Ben Henderson will close out speed was, and number 2 can just forget about this race. So with that swimming ability, Bobby K lifts Kenny for the victory. Yep, and we will present another sign race for our ChaoEmperor Universe fans after we present a word from this. Alright, that's 3 races down. We got 9 more to go, Paul. Alright, the next one up will feature Bryson and Noah Helms against Raymond Hill and Ricky Nelson. Race number 4 will be held on the Ruby course. The first of our 2 races on the Ruby course for this week's men's mission. Good luck to these 2 teams on a quest for victory, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, who's gonna lead the way? It's gonna be Bryson Dorrance, trying to prevent Ricky Nelson from finding the open hole. Ricky Nelson sure is better at swimming than Bryson Dorrance. Can Bryson hold on for the victory? We'll find out soon enough. Ooh, the competition is heating up. Bryson Dorrance heading towards the finish line right now. And as number 2 takes speeders trying to gain some ground, Bryson Dorrance holds on for the victory. So Bryson Dorrance and Noah Helms are now 3-2 with that win. Congratulations, Bryson and Noah. Coming up, we got more exciting action for you. But first, have a look at this. Alright, this is interesting for race number 5. Tell us all about it, Paul. Alright, race number 5 features Alvin Sr. and Zach Orson versus Gary Coles and Dominic P. Howells. As of right now, Alvin Sr. and Zach Orson are currently winless for the season at 0-4. But boy, Gary and Dominic surely had a great time in the 3 main events. They have already won 3 straight Tag Team of the Week honors. That means this week's main event will determine the new honors as the Tag Team of the Week, so make sure to tune in. But right now, let's find out if Gary and Dominic will go 4 in a row, or if Alvin and Zach will finally get on the board this season. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. Alright, so will Alvin and Zach finally get a win on the tag team board? Or will Gary and Dominic get a 4th straight win? Looks like it's going to be a close contest between Alvin Sr. and Dominic P. Howells. And it looks like as they make the way towards the finish line, it's going to be Alvin Sr. who's going to beat Dominic P. Howells for the victory. As number 8 will get spears. Alvin Sr. and Zach Orson are on the board for the first time in the tag team season. That's right, Alvin now has 3 wins, Zach has 4. Back in a bit, do not go away. And now it's our defending tag team champions for race number 6. Yes, sirree. Ozzy Jenkins and Rusty Jackington take on Garrett Dayton and Ethan Kingsley on the Amethyst course. So here's a look at how the lineup forms. And let's send it down back to the field to present another sign race here on Chao Racing 2022. Let's have a Chao race! Alright, there goes Rusty Jackington. His team is on to an excellent start thanks to his S-Rank running ability. Let's see how long he'll maintain the lead in the early run. And right now, Rusty is making his way towards Bridges, and so is all the other competitors right behind him. And Rusty is taking his time, trying not to gain momentum. And there he goes, he's flying towards the water as the Hard Chain Master, Ethan Kingsley, wins the first speed bus on this race. Looks like number 7 is the only one who's going to hit the water. And it looks like down goes number 1 over the Bridges. That's tough break. And as number 2 takes speed bus, down goes number 8 as Rusty Jackington barely survives the fall to win this one. Rusty Jackington barely hung on from his fall. So now Ozzy and Rusty are 2-3. They have won 2 tag team races in a row. Yep. Rusty, hang on, and there's more assignment coming up. Do not go away. Alright. We're now in the second half of Week 15's tag team action, and here's Paul with race number 7. Alright, next up we have Trevor Hoffa and Hendrix Jackson against Luke Green and Jack Parson. So, this next race will be held on the Sapphire course. Let's see how well these teams will do in this race. Please start the race! Alright, there goes the two teams busting down the line. And it looks like Jack Bryson is going to rest, so he'll be left behind in the competition for a while. His partner, Luke Green, is doing his best to defend the lead over Trevor Hoffa, and Hendrix Jackson pauses for a moment. And Luke Green is making his way towards the stone wall. He will begin to climb up the stone wall, with Trevor Hoffa not too far behind in second place. And who got the first BS this time around? It's number 7. He really needs help, and he got it. And actually moved up a couple places. Luke Green is making his way past the waterfall, trying to defend the lead still over his partner, Luke Jack Parson, who's battling with Trevor Hoffa for second place. And it is Hendrix Jackson, who was winless for the entire season, who takes BS number 2. Right now, Luke Green trying to wrap things up over his partner, Jack Parson, and Trevor Hoffa battling for second place. And here comes Hendrix Jackson with back-to-back speedruns, but Luke Green is going to hold off Trevor Hoffa for the victory. Luke and Jack are going to get the 1-2 punch this week. Luke Green and Jack Bryson are our winners. They improved to 3-2 thanks to that victory. That's correct, Paul, and we'll have another exciting race on our tag team action for you after we present a word from this. Alright, break time is over, Paul. Let us simple it up. Race number 8. You got it, Brennan. It's Williamson and Chip Sube versus Troy Genders and Kai Higgelson. This is the test of swimming ability on the movie quest, so good luck to these two teams on the quest for victory. Let's rock this place! And Williamson is and Chip Sube is gonna lead the way over the 8 shot. Yeah, Chip Sube trying his best to defend the lead over a top group of Super Chao. Looks like Williamson and Chip Sube are going to win this one if nobody gets a speed bus. Looks like there's going to be no speed bus for this race at all. Yep. So the winners of this race are Williamson and Chip Sube, with Chip coming in first. They get the win here tonight, Brandon. Right? They get a good win indeed. Lots more fun after this announcement. Stay tuned. Still to come this week is our thrilling main event, where we will determine our new tag team of the week honors. But right now, let us proceed to race number 9. And for race number 9, we have the Warriors brothers, Eddie and Owen, playing against Ricardo Cayman and Jose Gano, two neighbors from Mexico. This next race will be held on a polo course, so let's place the balls on the field and wish each of these two teams best of luck on the quest for victory. Let's rock this place! Okay, here they come, pushing the balls to the other side, and it looks like Ricardo Cayman seems like he has a little bit of an advantage over the other team at the current moment. Looks like the two neighbors from Mexico are going to get the victory here tonight. Yep, Ricardo Cayman and Jose Gano get number 5 victory. And Paul, that was short and sweet for Ricardo and Jose. Lots more fun after this announcement. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back from our commercial break. Tell us, who do we have next? Next up, we have Grayson P. Leroy and Sergio Wesley for race number 10. They'll be teaming up against Wayne Jefferson and Sonny Bradley. So we go back to the Amethyst course to see if anyone can fly towards the bridges or in the water. And they're off. Okay, so who will pass the test with flying colors on this Amethyst course matchup? There's only one way to find out. And remember the motto we always practice each and every week, fans. You know what it is? That's right. Anything can happen in the ChaoEmperor universe. Could happen this week, could happen any week. but it will always be a surprise. And right now, as the 4 and Chao make their way towards bridges, the first superstar to get speed best is number 1, and number 7 is the only one heading for the water, trying to maintain some momentum in the only one over the 4 Super Chao in the pack. And it looks like Wayne Jefferson is going to rest as he will take speed best number 2. But it looks like Sergio Wesley is going to get to the finish line first, ahead of Sonny Bradley. Yep, Sergio Wesley lifts Grayson P. Leroy for the victory. As Grayson P. Leroy, right at the finish line, will cross out of speed best. They get the job done this week. That's fine. Let's update keeping up on our next tag team show. And there's more something coming up. Do not go away. Alright, only a couple races left for the men's division portion of our show this week. Tell us all about it, Paul. Alright, the first of our remaining races will feature Benny Mullen and Mason Mitchell against Brooks Robinson and TJ Edwards. Race number 11 is being held on the Sapphire course. Good luck to these two teams. Please start the race. Alright. So while we prepare for the main event coming up in the next segment, Benny and Mullen and Mason face off against Brooks and TJ in the race number 11 on the Sapphire course. Right now, it is Benny, Mason, and Brooks in a freeway battle for the lead up at the front. And who is going to start the speed race for this race? It's number 2, Natsu, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. Mason Richards leading the way over Benny Mullen and Brooks Robinson at the count 1. And it looks like Brooks Robinson is going to rest, as TJ Edwards takes speed race number 2, trying to make a comeback in the early one. Mason and Benny trying to defend the lead over TJ Edwards. And as number 8 takes the next speed race, it looks like TJ Edwards has made the pass from Benny Mullen. He's going to hold on for the victory here, folks. TJ Edwards leads Brooks Robinson towards the victory with that speed race. And we have just enough time for one more speed race of this race. And we win by number 7. So with that speed race, TJ Edwards leads Brooks Robinson for the victory. Yup, and who will be our new tag team week in the main event? Find out when we return. Now we have come to the anticipated and most hyped race of the week, the main event for week 15 on the men's division. And because the previous champions have already won 3 straight main events, this week will determine the new tag team of the week honors. And here's Paul to tell us all about it. Paul, take it away. Alright, thank you, Brandon. This week's main event will feature Austin Gerald and Nick Gimmick taking on Thomas Linklater and Eli Hauser. The winners of this race will be on the first tag team of the week honors, so let's hope for the very best, and let's have a Chao race! And we're on the way with week 15's main event, presented by KFC. Now you can use the quick pickup app to get the app and skip the wait on your next KFC visit. Another reason that it's finger linking good, and Thomas Linklater is going to have full control in this match. Yellow Chao on dancing to the beat, and Thomas Linklater is heading for the water. As the first superstar guest viewers on this week's main event is Nick Gimmick, who is straight in last place behind the competition. And right now, number 7 and number 1 of the Silver Chao are swimming at the water, trying to maintain some momentum in the early one. There goes number 7, and down goes Austin Gerald at the water as he takes B-Bus number 2. Trying to get a quick rebound after falling over the bridges. And right now, Thomas Linklater is currently leading with number 7 dominating over the 4 Silver Chao in second place. As Austin Gerald makes a pity back-to-back speeders within back-to-back speeders. And right now, number 8 is getting lagged behind along with number 1 and number 2 possible 1. So now he will have to join numbers 1 and 8 for the D5. As number 1 will have the next command speeders. Currently in the lead, we have Thomas Linklater, with number 7 continue to dominate over the 4 Silver Chao with an easy second place. and he passes for one. As the next PS we made by Austin Charles, that makes his first B-Bus the base. Eli Hauser is 1 West. And point number 8 is getting straight in last place still. He's going to need a couple of speed busts if he wants to get back in this one. And this is the first of them. Meanwhile, back up at front, Thomas Linklater has a little bit of breathing room ahead of the other competitors in a hurry. Looks like he is going to lead his team towards the main event victory for week 15. No doubt about it. And number 2, who wakes up for his nap, will take the next class because Thomas Linklater approaching the finish line. According to my calculations, Thomas Linklater and Eli Hauser are our main event winners for this week. As number 2 gets back to BS, he leads number 1 and 8 in it us. Number 8 can just forget about this race. As the last BS on this race will be made by Eli Hauser. He and Thomas Linklater are tag team of the week honors for week 15. That's right. Back from the women's division after this.